This was the chaotic state of affairs in Port Said harbour when Allied forces entered on the scene. On Nasser's orders, a number of ships, dredgers and other vessels had been sunk near the canal entrance, something of course that could be done at any time while he had unrestricted control. British technicians began clearing the obstruction soon after these pictures were taken. Tanks had been ashore for some hours and were engaged in dealing with pockets of resistance. Meanwhile, surrender terms having been rejected by Cairo, the beach build-up was being continued with calm efficiency by British and French. In the town itself, British armour effectively dealt with opposition from Egyptian forces who'd been ordered to continue fighting. Sniping was still going on, and the tanks, though firmly established in Port Said, were very much on the alert. Inevitably, since the fighting was a street-to-street affair, a certain amount of damage was done. Almost all of it would have been avoided if the surrender offer had been accepted. As it was, however, nests of snipers had to be cleared out, and a number of buildings in various parts of the town were knocked about during the process. Troops were on patrol tanks during this period before the ceasefire. Here, Egyptian police are being rounded up. One of many roles played by naval helicopters was the evacuation of casualties. Our wounded were flown direct from the battlefield to the fleet out in the Mediterranean. Some are seen here landing aboard the Aircraft-Carrier HMS Eagle. Total Allied casualties, by the way, were announced as just over 100. This news was given by General Sir Charles Keatley, Allied Commander-in-Chief. Seen in hospital in Cyprus, they include Lieutenant Kavanagh from Worcester, injured by flak when jumping, Private Anthony Smollen of Liverpool, Private Sidney Williams, who comes from Newport, Private George Stanger from Watford, and Private Dennis Rossell of Wolverhampton, who landed on a mine. All were in good heart. Back to Port Said now under spot of cleaning up. Egyptian civilians were soon out in the streets again when the fighting was over. It should go without saying, of course, that the occupation must continue till the United Nations International Police Force arrived.